Now let me look at, if at all I have to create a new form to enter a player data. Let's say this is my player data, right? Probably I'll look at sheet 1. This is my master data of the player. Now what I would like is a new match has occurred. I want a data entry to happen. I mean, not pulled from some other source. Let's say I have a data entry happening, right? So I would like to create a new form, a form which will contain probably the name of the player, runs code, all this stuff. You enter the data into that form, press the submit button. That data should come and inputted in 8862. The next data should come and inputted into 8863 and something like that. Right? That is what is my intention, let's say. Getting it? I want to drive it more through a form. Right? All right. So let's try that out. If I want to create a user form, probably I don't want someone to enter directly here. I want them to enter it into a form. The way I can create a user form in VBA is through this. Insert, I can say user form. This will create a new form. So you see, this is the way the form lies. Probably you drag it to whatever extent you want. So this is the big form. Right? On this form, you can ask the person to actually enter the data. Right? We'll create probably player name. So some kind of, just like the way you fill some other form, we'll create something on this so that and link it to our Excel sheet. Right? So this form also, you see the name is showing as user form 1. Some properties if we see, right? Or this name itself, I'll change it probably as player data. Instead of user form 1, let me call it as player data. Right? And the background color, if you want, you change it to all your likings. You put a palette, you change the background color of your form, right? The border colors, you can just play around. The look and feel of your form, you can simply play around, right? The caption of the form is what is actually visible here, right? So the caption of the form, I'll say player match data, something. Player match data is what I'm saying, right? And probably if all something more, what font it is required, right? All that stuff. If you want a separate font and all, you can think through that, right? You can very well play around with that stuff, right? Let's say I want to create such kind of a font. All those things I'll modify, and even the font color. Let's say I'm modifying all these things, the height, the width, everything of the form. Scroll bars, should they be visible or not? The left scrolling and right scrolling, should I allow it or not? Right? The pictures, if they are there anything on the form or not, all those things, I can very well set it. So this is my form. Now let's say someone is double clicking on this form. A code comes. So when someone is clicking on that form, what should happen? It should be shown up as a form. So I'll say whatever is the name of the form, player data is the name of the form, dot show. Simply show that form. Whenever you double click on it, I'll say simply show that form. Now you see, I select this. Okay. This is the form. I run this now. This comes out as my form. Right? When I run this is the form. Now I'll try to fill some data onto the form. The way I would like to fill the data, probably I need to enter a player name. Right? So I'll say these are the different controls I can put on that form. So this is like a label. Right? So I'll select this label and I put a label entry here. And this label, probably I'll call it as player name. Enter the player name. Okay, so it comes out as player name, right? And probably if required, I'll even capture a few more things like that. Just like the player name, just below the player name, I will write it as runs, whatever is the runs CS code. What else do we have on our Excel sheet? Uh, what all are these things? Run status, whether he is out or not out, right? So status, I'll put one more. If required, I'll change it later. But I will maintain one more thing called